cloud of smoke and he appears, the master of surprise. Who's that coming from behind? Shadowy disguise. It's Darkwing, Darkwing Duck. Let's check it out. Okay, how you set up the game, everyone's going to pick a color of Darkwing Duck. There's 4 different colors to choose from. He's going to start on the shush space. You're going to put all of them there, and this is basically just roll and move. But you're also going to give each player 2 little laughing gas tokens. They're going to place in front of them face up. And then you're going to shuffle all of these little cardboard cards and put them in the spaces here, 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 and here. So for instance, it's 2 cards here, 2 cards here, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So you would shuffle them around. Some of the cards in here are the villains, and it's your job to capture the villain that matches your Darkwing Duck character. So there's Tuscarini, Steelbeak, Bushroot, and Megavolt. So you'd shuffle these. They also have the Duplicator, which is only 1 card, and you need the Duplicator and the villain of your color to win this game. And then they also have these other cards. They have a double your roll and an add 2 to your roll. So you would shuffle these around and you'd move them face down around the board like so. Let's put one here, 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 and here. And then you're going to put these cover cards, which are basically just little question marks over them. Now I don't know why you do that since you have everything face down, but I did read the rules and it said face down, and then you put the cover card over them. So for whatever reason, there it is. So now you're ready to play. So you're going to roll this dice and you're going to move anywhere you want to. Now you can pass through other players. You cannot land and end your turn on the same space as another player. If you do that, you must move to another space, ahead or behind them, whichever way you want to go. Now, as you're playing this game and everyone's moving around, there are some things that you can do. If you land exactly on one of these colored stars, you're going to go to that deck of that colored star. So for instance, let's say blue landed here. Well, he would get to look at this one card and see what it was. Oh, it's a double your roll. So he takes it and reveals it. Now, anytime he wants to, he can announce that he's using this. When he uses this, of course, it doubles his roll. But once it's done, then he can put it under any stack he wants and then put this little question mark back over it and leave it down, because once you use it, it goes back into the deck. If he was to find Megavolt, as you see, was his color, if he was here and he found Megavolt, he would keep Megavolt and put it in front of him. And then, of course, if he found that orange Duplicator, which I don't even know where I put it, then he would definitely put that in front of him as well, because he would need both to win. Now, once you get the Duplicator in your villain, it's an all-out battle to get back to Shush. But watch out, because the game can get really hectic here, because players can land on these little steal signs, and that means they would get to steal a card from you. They could maybe steal that double your movement roll, or one I haven't talked about yet is the add 2. If you get an add 2, it stays with you permanently, and you can always, on your choice, add 2 to your die roll. This is very powerful in the game. But if someone lands on a steal, they can steal that card. Another way they can steal a card is by using their laughing gas. If they're within 1 to 6 spaces of you, they can announce that they are using their laughing gas. And so that what they would do is they would flip this over, and let's say our blue duck is trying to get our pink duck here. Well, he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away. So I have to roll a 5 or 6 in order to steal one of these cards. Now, you may never steal another person's arch villain. So if blue had, a Steelbeak, no one could ever steal Steelbeak from me, but they could steal a double your roll and add 2, or of course the Duplicator if I had the Duplicator. And so they'd roll the die. Now in this case they do get it, so they would say, I want the Duplicator, and that would end their turn. So you're going to see people using this laughing gas a lot when it gets down to the end of the game. And of course the first person to make it back to Shush with their villain of their color and the Duplicator wins. Final thoughts, what do I think about Darkwing Duck? Folks, as a kid, I friggin' adored this cartoon. And now watching it later as an adult, it wasn't that good. It hasn't aged well. If you have good memories of Darkwing Duck, keep them. Don't rewatch the series. I don't think it was that good now. But back in the day, I really loved it. I was really excited to get this game. My wife had bought the other Disney games, Disney Cartoon Afternoon games, and this is the only one she was really missing from that era, and I was able to find it for pretty cheap down in South Louisiana, and I got it, and I had really high hopes. Maybe this one would break the mold and be good. And it's okay. I mean, it's simple rules. Once you find that duplicator, it is on. Everyone is trying to laughing gas everyone else and trying to make it back to Shush to win. So there's really no strategy. There's really almost no point. I mean, it's not the worst one out of these Disney cartoon afternoon games, but certainly not that good. So keep your fond memories of Darkwing Duck and avoid the game at all costs. Okay, gamers, that's all for now. So until next time, I am the shadow that looks in the night. I am the jam between your toes after gym practice. I am Darkwing Duck!